Log Horizon, you're starting to enter SAO territory in terms of story. I'm gonna say this, I thought that this was a plot hole, but the more that I think about it, it's pretty obvious. So, my plot hole originally that I was thinking was that if the Royal Guard will appear in no combat zones, why didn't they appear when the people of the land, the person, whoever the heck this is, has killed 10 people, now making that 12, but so on, you get the point. But here's the obvious answer. It's pretty obvious. He probably merged himself with the Royal Guard. That's the only explanation that will make any sense. And if you look at his appearance, it really makes sense. Now think about it. He's the strongest person. He's stronger than all of the adventurers, and so are the Royal Guards. He has free will, and that would, suggest that he merged with the Royal Guard. Now the question is, how did he merge with the Royal Guard? But yeah, it's pretty obvious that's what he did. And I think that that's a really smart conclusion. That's the only one I can really come to, because otherwise it's just a plot hole. But I don't really think this is a plot hole. I thought it was at first, but the more I thought about it, I was just like, it's almost obvious that this is clearly a Royal Guard. Look, you have a Royal Guard missing, and you got a person who's stronger than everybody else, but who's at a lower level than most of the people in the city. Maybe that's only by like 6 levels or so, but he's still a lower level. So you get the point that there's one missing, and there's one person that's extremely powerful, and it's not as if it's supposed to be a shocker, I don't think. It's just obvious he merged himself with the Royal Guard. But this doesn't downgrade the story in any way, unless this doesn't get explained. If this doesn't get explained, the story may have to drop exponentially in terms of score, because yeah, that would be a plot hole if it wasn't explained, and that would be a major plot hole. But hey, I'm just hoping we don't enter SAO territory, alright? Because that plot hole, what we have to consider a plot hole for right now, even though I'm pretty sure my answer's right, what we consider a plot hole right now is kind of scary, because I don't want this show going into SAO territory where there's literally almost a plot hole every episode, and I just don't want that from Log Horizon, and we haven't got that yet. I'm just hoping that this isn't a permanent plot hole. Speaking of permanent, what is the idea of permanent death? Because now that we know that these people are being respawned, Nyanta talks to Toya and brings up a really good point, and I thought that this was going to hint towards there being more permanent death in this episode, but nobody permanently dies. So the question is, when is permadeath when is that going to be a factor? Because at this point, Nyanta just threw red flags up everywhere, and it's clear that now that respawning is a privilege, why are they still alive? And why are they not being able to die yet from within the game? Even though, doesn't make much sense. Even if they did die from within the game, it wouldn't really kill them in real life, but I think they're going to give us an explanation and start throwing in permadeath, because that's just something that Nyanta's hinted at. And I don't think in any way is that bad. It's more so, how are they going to handle it execution-wise? Because if they can execute it right, without it seeming like, an SAO ripoff, but at the same level, because, Log Horizon's done everything better than SAO, other than presentation. But if it goes into SAO territory, it's going to be, hard to keep this show at like a 7, because not only has the idea been done before, it's a really hard concept to execute, and that's kind of an issue. Strategy is still in the show, so we don't really have to worry about it going completely into SAO territory, but like I said, I just want it to stay Log Horizon. I do not want this show to go anywhere near that SAO territory of mediocre to trash. I just don't. But other than that, there wasn't really anything to talk about. I'll point out one, minor flaw in it resided in the animation at the end of the episode, where there's that still frame with Soji and Akatsuki, and there were splash marks everywhere, but nobody was moving. That was an SAO type thing. But hey, it was only one time. They didn't do it like the 6-7 times an episode that SAO did it, or throw still frames in like it's fucking glass slip. So hey, I'm completely fine with that. Kind of disappointed, but hey, it was only one time, so I'm not gonna rant on it. And the last thing is that, Soji, can I just say, damn. I think him being sadistic is not only like the most interesting design, he's got a lot of that shows a lot of development, and that shows that he's not really that nice one-dimensional guy that just pulls all the girls. He really just cares for people, and if you fuck with him and you fuck with his crew, he's gonna fuck you up. So there we go. There was one animation derp around the 950 mark, and I was on not Funimation. I was on Crunchyroll while watching this, so yeah, that's not really anything major, but Dean, stop fucking up. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.